using shedletsky until the block tells of the releases. Just 34 more minutes. It's gonna be long. I forgot to use 1x1x1x1.
The challenge can end at any.
No mames, es un...
The challenge can end at any second.
What?
No mames, es un... Wah, wah, wah.
All in for the miles.
You will burn. Cool kid, eat your vegetables.
Okay.
You will.
As I was watering my plants in Grow a Garden, I noticed my neighbor's massive plant had been growing onto my land. I just couldn't take this type of disrespect. I didn't want to disturb him, but it bothered me too much. So I hopped the fence to speak with him. It looked like he was working on... on his big green tractor, then that's when he told me he was busy. But kindly, I asked if he could please move his grape, though it seemed like he didn't care at all. He just yelled at me and told me to get off his lawn. If he wasn't going to chop it down, then it looked like I had no other option but to steal it for myself.
Come on. It's on and on.
This is what you get for not being nice. Thanks for the free grape, Gramps. Wait, what? No! Get off my land right now. This is my grape boy. What are you doing to my fruit? Stop it right now. This isn't fair. That fruit was on my land, not yours. It belongs to me. It looked like he was able to get away, but that's when I saw him in the distance mocking me by flexing and dancing with my own fruit. So I decided to gather up all my friends to pay the old man a little visit. It was time to take back what is ours. Your time is up, boy. We caught you lacking. Give us all your fruits before we steal them ourselves. Unfortunately, he wasn't listening, so we all started stealing his fruits. You're going to have no more fruits after we're done with you. Now watch as we hold your own fruits in front of your garden. How does it feel to watch your entire life work?
Okay, guys.
Let's see who will win, the pink bottle or the blue bottle. I'll root for the pink bottle because it's the color of a real man. This bottle is hard as a rock. The other one hit it and it remained intact.
I'm a professional.
It looks like it's made of titanium. This bottle looks like it smoked a good cigarette. Unbelievable. The way things are going, it's easier for the bottle to break the stone than for the stone to break the bottle. Ah! Now we will have the final duel. They both lost.
These are some of the weirdest meal requests from death row inmates. So James Edward Smith asked for a clump of dirt but was denied and instead given yogurt, and Gerald Lee Mitchell notably chose an entire bag of assorted Jolly Ranchers to suck on before his execution. Charles Rumbaugh chose to eat just a single flour tortilla, and Velma Barfield elected to have just a single can of Coca-Cola and some cheese doodles before her legal inaction took place. Stacy Lawden asked for a cheeseburger and fries, but also opted for an entire jar of pickles that he downed before his execution. John William Elliott asked for 6 chocolate chip cookies and a cup of tea, although he stipulated that they must have fresh tea bags. Not sure why he thinks he has the leverage here. Peter Meneal has one of the largest last meals in history, asking for 20 tacos, 2 pints of ice cream, 20 enchiladas, 2 double cheeseburgers, a bucket of fried chicken, a pizza, and some fruitcake. And impressively, there's conflicting reports on if he actually finished it. And finally, Lawrence Brewer ruined last... for all Texas inmates by asking for a concoction of chicken.
This is where all the butter.
What? What?
Comes from the udder. Special cameo by H2O Delirium.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, when you sneeze, do you go ouch?
You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours telling all the bluebirds, the Billy Coopers, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Now is just the time when both of us are young. Puppy lovers have its day. Don't you know it's much more fun?
Don't feel like picking up my phone. some armor. Let me just pill her up with some diamond blocks. I should probably get my first bit of wood. Oh, getting a bit hungry. There we go. Ooh, a ruined portal. Elytra and totem. Well, time to go to the stronghold. Whee! Alright, right down here is the stronghold. What the? Well, I guess I get a little refuel. Alright, we're in the stronghold. Ooh, I don't even think Dream can beat this record. Alright, I found the portal. In we go. I'll just pill her over with diamond blocks. Wait a second. I can fly. This is gonna be a little easier than I thought. Alright, the crystals are down. I don't think this is exactly how the dragon fight is supposed to go, but it works. Goodbye. Well, that was easy. GG. Wait a second. That really
block this.
Thank you.